Welcome everybody. Week 2 of our Hale 21 Future School Engineering Unit, and gearing up for Friday when we have all of us in the one Hale 21 virtual classroom. So that includes Australian International School in Singapore, it includes the boys from Hale, it includes St Matthews in Narrogin, it includes Caversham Primary School, Cascade Primary School, Darkin Primary School and Walpole Primary School. Fantastic. So I can see from our OneNote work online that our Leaning Tower of Pisa maths is coming together. I don't think we had too much to worry about, did you? When we think about when that tower would actually fall, most of us looked like we'd worked out that it was quite a way ahead in future before the tower was actually going to collapse. But I'm looking forward to hearing your thinking on that, processes you went through, the strategies you used to come up with your answer, and the exact year that you think in the future the tower would have fallen. And thank you for putting the photographs up, which look fantastic, and we'll all get a chance to see those on Friday. I wanted to introduce the next activity to you for this week, and I'll try and get through that as quickly as I can. Great work. This is the contentious piece of writing that we need to discuss and do some work on for our part 1 of our next unit of work in our engineering project. These are the thoughts of Herbert Hoover, a president of the United States. Interestingly, before he became president of the United States, he was a mining engineer, and he actually lived and worked in Kalgoorlie for some time. And there are still landmarks around Kalgoorlie that recognise that fact. But he said some wonderful things about engineering. This was a sign that used to hang in my father's office, he was a mining engineer. And this, however, the second part of it is what we really want to focus on. And I need you thinking about, for the following sort of week or so, is there anyone in your family, extended family, or even in your town who you might be able to talk about who is in the medical field, who has a military background, or is in the military, or is involved in the law, who might be able to give a response to this quote by Hoover? We want that as part of your presentation in a week's time for our final engineering session together in Future School. Let me just give you an example of a video that we saw last year from one of the boys.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'm Sam's uncle, and I'm a lawyer. And lawyers don't spend all their time quarrelling and arguing. In fact, the best lawyers spend most of their time trying to avoid arguments. And we do this by making sure that before anyone gets into the point where they may have a misunderstanding, we try and make sure everything's really clear and everyone's being treated fairly. And we even do that for engineers.
So that was a fantastic interview conducted in that person's home, and he gave his thoughts, and he went on quite a bit to explain exactly how lawyers would help engineers when it comes to for example, when they build buildings. People needed to talk together. Lawyers explaining the process of law so they didn't get to an argument stage was the point that he made. So I'm really looking forward to you thinking about that. Of course, there's no need to start that until we've had our big session on Friday. I need you now to probably just pause the video and examine this slide. I would like you to think about a couple of things. Have a look at the 2 or 3 structures that you can see. I'd like you to know, I'd like you to think about when you think they were built, what is their purpose, what are they made of, and I want you to examine some of the structures that you're looking at, particularly in the photograph. Are they just there? Are they just there for aesthetics? That is, do they look nice? Or do they have a function? And if you examine the black sketch there, you might be able to work out what they're doing. And I think this might help you when we look at our engineering challenge for next week. That is, I want you to build something. But just have a look at that, and we're going to start with this slide on Friday when we've finished our Leaning Tower of Pisa presentations, and I want to get your thoughts on what you can see. Tell me anything that jumps out to you about this entire slide. Yes, so our challenge this week is to construct out of tubes and skewers a tower, the tallest tower you can as group, in a group, to construct it. I know the photograph that I've embedded into this picture shows skewers and marshmallows. We have tried that for a couple of years, worked fantastically well, and that is the best we've ever seen. 1 metre 23 centimetres is the record. But I think we can probably do better because the tubes, I think, are even stronger when it comes to joining the skewers together. And if you apply some of the principles from the previous slide, the diagrams, the engineering and support structures, we could really go places with this. The following slide shows you the design process that I want you to go through. I'm going to finish here. It'll go on to the next slide, but as a group, I want you to explore step by step how you should plan this. Don't just launch in with a bag of skewers and a bag of tubes and start sticking it all together and putting it up in the air. Sit down and follow these steps. All contribute, all think together, all collaborate, all plan, design, build, review. Can we do it better? And if necessary, reconstruct or redo elements of it. Fantastic, guys. Bit of a long slide, I know. I'm long video today, I'm sorry. But I look forward to seeing you on Friday. It's going to be fantastic to have everyone in the room together. And I'm really looking forward to see your findings on the Leaning Tower of Pisa and introducing this next unit of work. See you on Friday.